What's up everyone, welcome back to the studio. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Hotronix IQ 360 hat press to make a hat like this using a snapback and a patch. Let's go. Alright, so first things first, we have this patch right here. This is from Stalls. You can order from any supplier that you want, but they make it pretty easy. You can order as small as 25, but I ordered 50 the first round and then 100 the second round because it did pretty well. But yeah, these are woven label patches, and you have this mirrored edge. So you get a nice border when it goes on like that. You can't tell that it's, pressed on. So that's what I like about these patches. And we're using a pretty standard 6-panel here. You can use Yupong, you can use Auto. I forgot which one this is because I took the label off, but they all fit pretty much the same. But this is a mid-profile 6-panel hat. 65% cotton and 35% wool. Oh, sorry, 35% polyester. So one of my favorite hats to use. Now we're firing up the Fusion IQ 360. I can never remember the full name for this thing, but the Hotronix 360 hat press. So you get a little pen right here. I never use this, I just use my finger, but it is good to have in case you're into that kind of thing. Taking us back to the PDA days of the 90s. And for this patch, it's gonna be 280 degrees on the top platen and 320 on the bottom. So we're gonna go push this guy right here. Oh, it's already set, but top is set to 280, bottom is 320. Press time is around 45 to 50 seconds, so I have it at 51. And now we just wait for it to heat up. All right, so I was actually sick for a minute, so I've been having a little bit of trouble speaking, but basically I've been trying to say that I moved this press because I'm getting an embroidery machine pretty soon, so I have to make space for that in the other location of my room. So now the press, the heat press, and the hat press are over here. So I'm super excited, but I'm gonna still keep this hat press because the speed at which I can crank out hats on this is so much faster than embroidery. I've been watching some embroidery videos and it looks like it takes around like 8 to 10 minutes per hat. So I'm gonna show you right now how fast you can get a hat done with this, with the patches. And that's kind of like what this is all about. Is I just wanna show you all the workflow and how fast you can get stuff done with this hat press. And one of the biggest things about this press is this bottom platen right here. So this is the reason why people talk about it, because a lot of the hat presses, this doesn't heat up. But this heats up, it's soft. I think it's silicone, and it allows the hats to just mold right onto it. So I'm gonna show you right now what it looks like from my point of view when I put the hat down, so you can see like what it's like to actually own this machine and set your hat up. So when you load the hat up, make sure you remove any cardboard or any reinforcements that's inside, because you don't want that to be fused onto the hat or melt onto anything that is, on the machine or whatever. So make sure you take that out. But you got the hat, remove the sweatband from its regular position. So you just curl it. And then when you load it up, make sure you're still pulling on the sweatband. I like to put my ring finger and pinky on it like this. So I'm kind of tugging on it as I load it up. And then use my thumbs to pull it on. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that this is flat and there's not a lot of gap between the hat and the press, because obviously that's going to cause any kind of deformation or it might leave marks. So I like to massage it a little bit. And I like to keep on pulling on the sweatband just to make sure that none of the plastic is on the press, like the path of the press, because it will leave marks if you're on the front side. So I like to make sure to pull it back, tug it, and then to check the pressure, I'm just gonna bring it down. But first we gotta use this foam pad because we're doing a patch, and this comes with the Stalls press kit. So when you buy the press, it comes with like 3 different foams, so you don't have to buy it, which is nice. And then you pull it down like any other hat press, and you just wait, and that's pretty much it. So pretty easy, and I found a trick. You can like knock that instead of pushing the release button on the touchpad. So that works for me. And now we just have to wait a little bit longer for it to heat up, and I'll show you all the actual pressing part. All right, so we got this crazy angle, so hope my phone doesn't fall off. But all right, we're gonna load the hat up, like I said earlier. Pull this in, give it a little massage, snap that down, and then now give it a little, I like to give it a little pre-press, make sure the bill is clear so the bill doesn't hit. And then this kind of also helps it flatten a little bit. And then we're gonna take the patch, good old patch, and then I like to go 2 fingers from the bottom, maybe a little bit lower than that, maybe a finger and a half. That seems to work best for me. So I'm gonna slowly put it down. So you can kind of slide it around if you don't like where you placed it, which is nice, because I definitely didn't like the very first spot that I pressed it, but Centering is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, there's a line and you just gotta kind of know where the center of your patch is. And then I like to make sure it's in place here. Looks pretty good. Cool. And then now we put this foam pad on and then we let it rip for 50 seconds. So now we just wait. So we got about 20 seconds left, and I just wanted to say, like, this is so much more chiller than when you're heat pressing with the like a shirt heat press, because that thing is going up and down like every 10 seconds. This thing, you press it for a minute and you just kind of sit back and chill. It's gonna start beeping in a minute. Here we go. We get the auto release, and then we unsnap the bottom, pull the hat off, and there it is. House every weekend snapback. Beautiful. One of the things I like to do is I like to push the edges down afterwards, because I think the hat is so hot from the press that there's a little bit of room for separation. So I like to just press this down to make sure it's secured, and that way we minimize any gap or glue marks so it doesn't look messy and people will think it's embroidered. So yeah, there it is. All right, I'm switching to my phone because it's just too much work setting up everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really easy. Like it took 1 minute to put it together, solid hat with a patch. So obviously you can sell it at like a normal price, because I feel a little bit reluctant pricing like a hat that has either a transfer or DTF more than like $25. You know what I mean? Like, even if the hat is a nice hat, it's like, I just think the perceived value of a printed hat, unless it's like screen printed or it has some kind of special thing going on with, like, maybe it goes over the panels and it's like cut and sew, maybe then you can price the hat high. But I feel like a hat that is just a transfer looks kind of cheap. That's just my personal opinion, and that's why I really like this hat press, because it allows you to do stuff like this with the patch, right? I also had a couple samples I want to show you all. So, whoops, when you order, I don't know if I got this separately, I forgot, but you basically get like a little sampler pack. So this is like their flex, I forgot what the name was, but it's like, there's one that's metallic and there's one that's like flex, but it kind of gives like a patch illusion. This is their PVC sample. If y'all have seen the video of me ripping it off the hat, this is the one. Not this exact same one, but the same material. And then also there's other stuff like this. So honestly, it's really cool because you can be as creative as you want, and that's what's really important about anything, right? Is you have to be able to not be limited by your equipment or your supplies and stuff, and this hat press allows you to be as creative as you want. And also I use it as my neck label machine, so that's great, because before I was using the Cricut Mini, and the Cricut Mini is, the Cricut Mini is good for what it is, but it's not like scalable. It's like good for one-off stuff, but if you're running a lot of projects, it's just not the best. So anyway, that is the demo with the Hotronix. I hope you all enjoyed the video today. If there's anything you want to learn more about it or you have questions, just ask the questions in the description box below. Actually, no, that's not true. If you have any questions about the Hotronix, just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to it. Or if you want to see me do something else with it, let me know. I might do some new patches with it, and I also have done brick with this. Brick and patches are the two things that I always press with this, so that's what I like this for. And yeah, if you want to support my channel, you can share the video, give me a like, subscribe if you want. Not asking for it to smash the sub button. I don't like saying that, but if you want to subscribe, please subscribe, because I'll be making more videos like this, and hopefully it can help you learn some stuff and give you a little insight of owning the equipment if you don't have it and you're on the fence. If you're curious about checking out the equipment, I do have a link in my description box that takes you to my Heat Press Nation homepage, which shows you my press, cutter, and the hat press. So if you want to see what I use, that's what I use. And yeah, if you want to support my clothing, I got it on my site, icandoit.shop. All my socials are icandoit.studio. So if you want to follow me and see what I do every day, that's where you will find me. And that's a wrap for today. So I'll catch you all next time.